Having faith in times of difficult time, how to have this faith. Hope that this message will inspire you and encourage you to be strong and keep on trusting our God, the one who can help us in times of difficulty. For grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is a gift from God, not as a result of works, so that no one may boast. We read that in Ephesians chapter 2 verses 8 to 9. As we go through our daily lives, each one of us experiences difficult situations. A lot of the times when we go through pain or suffering, we are surprised that these situations find a way into our lives and forget that God has told us that we will experience hardships. We are given the gift of faith from Him and are taught to use this valuable fruit of the Spirit, but a lot of the times we do not. In difficult or confusing times, we are quick to worrying about them instead of having faith. The grace of God has given us the gift of faith, not because we deserve it, but as a result of the everlasting goodness of His works. It is important to also know that this gift we have been given is not in exchange for us accomplishing good works. Appreciation for this gift should fill our hearts with humility, knowing we've been given something we could never achieve on our own. Therefore, we are always confident, although we know that while we are at home in the body, we are away from the Lord, for we walk by faith, not by sight. That is in 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. When we do go through hardships, whether they be financial troubles, painful relationships, damaged health, or questioning our self-worth, it is hard for us to realize that God is still always working in us. This is because as humans we use our belief based on what we see and not by faith, which is what God tells us to focus on. 2 Corinthians 5-7 tells us it can be difficult to trust God during uncertain times, but as believers we know that His ways are not our ways, and He will ultimately work all things for good. In Isaiah 55:8-9 says that, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." I believe that the plans of God in our lives is better than our plans, so we need to learn to wait and trust His plans. Having faith in difficult times can allow you to find peace in God's presence. When you are unfaithful, it can harden your heart with pride and cause you to grow distant in your relationship with Him. Learning to give up all your struggles and problems to God can lift a heavy burden off yourself. God has given us the gift of faith so that we may use it to recognize His works and not be in constant worrying when we are surrounded by uncertainties. In Hebrews 4:16, let us then approach the throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and grace to help us in our time of need. Another thing we forget to do in times of need is to recognize God's gift of grace to us. He has given this unmerited mercy to all of us by sending His Son to die on the cross. We need to have confidence and assurance as we reach out to God with our struggles that whatever He decides to happen is for our own well-being. If our questions are not answered in the ways we hoped, instead of being quick to judgment and worrying, we can rest in God by keeping our faith in His infinite grace. In the end, it is not up to us how things are resolved in our lives, but it is our job to have faith in God no matter the price. Let us continue to have faith in God, be strong, and always pray, for God is always there to hear our prayers. Only believe that He can do it because He wants the best for us. God bless everyone.